ladies and all the men, the enlightened men that are here to support us today, we give you honorary ovaries today. So, now that we're all ladies, now that we're all women, fighting against this war on women, let's acknowledge a few things. We women are incredibly good at multitasking, right? We have incredibly busy lives. We're caring for our children, our parents, we work. We're juggling it all. And we're asking you to juggle a little bit more. There are 31 days left in this election.
All right.
And so, when you pick up the phone and call your girlfriend up to have a little chat, did you hear what Honey Boo Boo said last night? Take an opportunity to have a conversation with that girlfriend about what's at stake in this election. Tell her, do you know that Republicans over the last 2 years have put in 1,000 pieces of legislation to try to limit our reproductive rights? When you're at the grocery store, between rushing home from work and getting that food on the table for your family, and you're standing in line, and you see a fellow gal, friend behind you in line, turn around and have a conversation with her. Do you know that Mitt Romney wants to kill Planned Parenthood? Do you know that 10 GOP states, 10 Republican states in this nation have cut $60 million for family planning services to Planned Parenthood? And that our rights are under attack. When you go shopping and she asks your opinion on how this new dress looks, tell her it looks amazing, but I'm not sure it's going to be real comfortable on you when you have to have a forced transvaginal ultrasound. And she says, what are you talking about? Yes, that's what the GOP agenda is doing to us right now. They're calling us sluts for wanting family planning. They're saying that a better form of birth control for us would be to balance an aspirin between our knees. We've got Todd Aiken talking about legitimate rapes and encouraging us to be a little more ladylike. We have an absolute war on women. And you are here today to put an end to it, to make sure that Barack Obama has another 4-year term, and that we re-elect Ben Cardin, Donna Edwards, rewrite Donna Furlow. Because Ben Cardin and Donna Edwards have been in there fighting to make sure that the Violence Against Women Act gets reauthorized. The Republicans have been letting it expire. They're fighting us tooth and nail on getting a Violence Against Women Act continued to be in the law. Equal pay for equal work. Not one Republican colleague joined Senator Cardin or Congresswoman Edwards in voting for the Paycheck Fairness Act. We've got Republican governors like Scott Walker in Wisconsin. He's not just a union buster. He's out there repealing the Wisconsin Equal Pay Act. Every single state in this nation, except for Maryland, we're doing pretty well here in Maryland, but we're seeing an absolute war on women, and we have to stand firm and strong to show a different way. And we have in Maryland. At the same time that the federal government was talking about closing its doors over whether or not to fund family planning services and Planned Parenthood, in a bipartisan way, they actually reached out. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. We're here on the Eastern Shore. I reached out to Republican Delegate Mike Schmiegel 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I reached out to Mike and I said, hey Mike, I want to work on a bill with you that will lower the number of abortions by 2,600 a year and save the state $35 million annually. And he says, what's the catch? I said, don't freak out when I say it's about expanding family planning services. This is where we all can agree. You get rid of unwanted pregnancies, you improve maternal and child health outcomes, you lower the number of abortions in the state, and you save the state money because we're not having to spend money on state-funded pregnancy costs. It's win-win-win for all of us. We just have to sit down and talk to each other again. Where have we gotten that we've lost our connection to each other? That we've become so rigid in our ideology or in our partisanship that we can't figure out how to have those conversations anymore. Where is it that we've become a place where women are these objects to be put on a shelf and dictated on how to direct our lives? There is so much at stake in this election in 2012, and re-electing President Obama and the Democrats up and down the ballot who stand and fight for us every day and engaging in these conversations with each other is what is going to turn the tide. Mitt Romney wants to raise taxes on the middle class. He wants to repeal Obamacare, and who's going to be hurt by that the most? Women and children. Pre-existing condition protections, young adults on family health plans. Oh, and there's this piece in federal health reform. In 2014, when it's fully implemented, no health insurance company can charge women more for their health insurance plan than men. And Romney wants to repeal that. President Obama has stood for us, and it's time for us to stand by him. We get to see the real Mitt Romney when he's behind closed doors and the secret cameras are rolling, right? And he says, he has disdain for half of this nation. He looks at us and he says we're a bunch of welfare cheats and tax dodgers. We're victims that expect the government to hand out things to us. Well, I guess he's never met the nurses from Crisfield that go to the community health center every day and work double shifts to address all the healthcare needs in the community and see what it's like to have responsibility and work hard. I guess he's never met the single moms in Cambridge who are juggling a job and going back to school to better life for her children. You think she's skating off for free? What about the retired widow here in Easton who's living on her Social Security and her Medicare that she's paid into her whole life, and now Mitt Romney's calling her a welfare cheat, tax dodging, government handout mooch? Make no mistake about it, when he talks about the 47%, Mitt Romney is talking about you, he's talking about your family, and we are here today to stop the division, stop the 47%, stop the 99%, stop the 1%. We are 100% Americans, we are 100% Marylanders, and we are going to stand up and fight for our rights. My dad was a union welder. And I got a lot of time on the picket lines with him when his company was on strike fighting for better wages and protections for the workers. And I learned a lot about fairness and hard work, responsibility, but also solidarity. That is what this election is about. We have a responsibility and a choice on whether or not we are going to build a nation where we come together in solidarity to improve our communities and our nation, or whether we're going to have a nation where our motto is, you're on your own, good luck. Hope you have parents you can borrow money from to start that business. Right?
Right.
And in a democracy, voting is perhaps the biggest form of solidarity. Because when you step into that ballot box on November 6th, you aren't just voting for your interest. You're not voting just for your family's interest, your brother, your sister's interest, your best friend's interest at your church. You are voting for women you have never even met. Do it. On November 6th, we've got 31 days left. President Obama is counting on you. Ben Cardin's counting on you. John LaFurle is counting on you. Donna Edwards is counting on you. We're going to have a victory up and down this ballot. Move this nation forward. We're going to be together. We're going to stand for women. We're going to improve this country, and we will make a difference together. Go Obama, go Democrats, and go women. Thank you very much.